Check, check. Combat Coffee Club. We're back once again. 786 Sports. Late to the party as usual. Miami style. You already know how it is. We missed a little bit of the fights already, but we got a nice little solid fight night. Money Moicano versus Chris Duncan. Uh, just watched Sean O'Malley's Sugar Sean's protege get his first W officially in the UFC. Tommy McMillan saw the brutal knockout, controversial knee earlier. What else did we miss here? Uh, we got Tabitha Ricci and Verna Janjanroba on the co-main strawweight. And then right now, just finished walkouts for Ethan Ewing and Rafael Esteban. But yeah, we're back in it. Combat Coffee Club, late night. Great fights. Let's lock in here. Also, just had a little bit of breaking news about 2 hours ago. Joshua Van out for UFC 326 in Miami. Bit of a bummer, but maybe, I heard Pantoja's been training. That'd be a nice little redemption for him if he can step in a short notice here. But let's see if they find a replacement for him. Let's see what's going on with this card. So Rafael Estevam, undefeated prospect, but Ewing, bit of a flashy striker. Should be a nice little fun fight at bantamweight. And what else we got here? This Money Moicano's interesting, man. I've become a fan of him for sure in the last couple years, 2-3 years, since he's been more vocal in his podcast and on the mic, and just the way he looks at life is interesting. But it is one of those. I wouldn't say defining fights for him because he got his chance at the belt and that was circumstance. But let's be real, he's probably not gonna make it back. It's a long road for him at this point. He's just looking for fun fights, but they gave him a dog in Chris Duncan. So yeah, 32 and 36 years old, young gun versus the veteran. Once again, it's like that's always the story of the UFC. Every couple months. And of course, we're fighting at the Meta Apex, which has evolved since it was introduced in 2020, only fighting for about 4 people, but here we are. Joe Martinez, no Bruce Buffer, so it's not a big card when Buffer's not there. Let's see if I can send this link. Here we go, though. The Apex fights always feel more intimate, always feel a little more personal. I do enjoy it more when it was just like 10 people in the crowd, and that was the thing about it, that you could hear the strikes, you could hear the breathing. But now it's gotten a little more. I don't want to use the word mainstream, but it's like a cool experience if you're able to go. Some would say it's more exclusive than actual UFC card because if I'm not mistaken, there is no tickets for an Apex card. So it's kind of if you know, if you got invited, you got invited. And I'm assuming you have to walk through the halls of the UFC Apex and the UFC PI. So that's a whole, other experience you wouldn't be able to get at an arena or a stadium. But here we go. Round 1. Trying to get that countdown clock in. That will be on the next stream next week. Hopefully we'll have that lined up. 14-0 Esteban. Crazy. It's like these guys have been training since they were 12 years old now, man. The whole game is different. But that's what I love about these bantamweight fights is like, man, the striking's always so crisp and it's very exciting, but usually it does not end quickly because they don't usually have that power. So what you get is an exciting fight for 3 or 5 rounds, and no one goes down usually because I mean they don't have heavy hands. But I mean, people obviously have gotten knocked out. But again, this is two young guys fighting for their spot in the UFC. So like usually these fights are like this is the most important fight they'll ever have in their career because they're always one fight away from breaking into the UFC as a name, or one fight away from being overlooked and having to climb back up. I feel like the first couple of fights in the UFC are always the hardest. You're just trying to make a name for yourself. And we literally saw Sugar Sean 2.0 go from Contender Series to UFC. Good debut, and he's following the same path as Sugar Sean. I mean, you could definitely still hear the strikes here in the Apex. And you could hear the coaching. That's the other cool thing about the Apex fights. 3 minutes already gone down in the first round. Not as exciting as I first said when we started. It's also hard always to top uh, an exciting fight night or numbered event, as they call them now. Like last week, Adesanya versus Pfeiffer, the card was just entertaining from top to bottom. Had a little bit of everything. To go to an Apex card, it's tough. It's not easy, but I can't complain. I mean, we got another Saturday of fights here, locked in. Combat Coffee Club, 786 Sports. Can't complain when there's free fights. And then, nice little buffer in between UFC 326. Is it me, or are we starting to see a lot more of timeouts? We're starting to see a lot more nut checks and eye pokes. But I mean, that's bantamweight shit. Like, that's gonna happen. These guys are just moving out of thin air. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like to go from a local card or Contender Series to the UFC. I wonder if fighting in the Apex is actually way more nerve-wracking than an arena because there's so much going on in a stadium or arena where the Apex is like you can feel the pressure. You can feel Dana White sitting there watching you. Like, yo, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with this opportunity? Plus the millions of people watching at home. How tall are these guys, man? I mean, he's attempted 4 takedowns. He's 0 for 4 right now. But Ewing's got some significant strikes over Esteban. He's loading up on that back foot. I love that you can hear the coaches, man. But literally, he's not wrong. It's crazy how you can hear everything they're saying. Oh yeah, he's already starting to swing. Oh, another takedown attempt stuffed. Woo! Oh, stay by the bell. Man, his sprawling's on point today. Wow. And Paramount Plus are killing it with these ads, but I'm at least thankful that they're doing them on that little split screen and not cutting away from the actual corner time, man. It's like it's cool to see them go to the corner and see what their coaches say or don't say or how the fighters are acting or feeling. I don't want to see a commercial midway on a fight, especially a crucial fight. I mean, he's got a jujitsu tattoo on his chest, so he's trying to get to the ground. But then again, so does Ewing. Ewing, Patrick Ewing, Ethan Ewing, no relation. Second round here. Let's see what Dean Thomas has to say. Yep. The thing is, Ewing's just moving nice, bro. Oof. He's feeling very comfortable with that takedown defense, sprawling right back up, coming out with combos. He's not just sprawling and defending. He's coming out with a couple 1-2. You can already tell. You can just tell when a fighter's like in that flow, man. But that's also what's amazing about this sport. He could be in a flow, like Izzy kind of last week started to feel himself a little bit, and it only takes one punch to get caught. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, man. He's in a flow, yeah, man. Shout out Podcast Incubator official. Yeah, he's cooking right now. Just clean, crispy. He didn't even feel that on his chin. He's locked in and he has him against the cage. Big trouble. Big trouble in Vegas. Oof. Yeah, no, this is you just gotta be careful he doesn't get caught here. Oof. Oof. You hear those on the apex, brother. Yeah, he's Estevam is just sticking in there hoping for a knockout. But Ewing is just too crispy. He's not rushing it either. Yeah, so far it's been a good card, man, but hopefully we keep it up. These fight nights have been sneaky good. Thank God, man, because sometimes they're like fillers. This dude is slick, as they're saying. Yeah, I love that he's not rushing though. He's just okay, okay. He has him a little hurt, but he's not going crazy. Woo. But he can't give him too much breather here. Oh, crispy undercut. He's just the head movement. Okay, and then he mixes in a kick. Yeah, he's flowing. I love it, man. It's really not beautiful to see when someone's just flowing like that. Look at that, man. He can't be even touched. He's slipping. Woo! But there's always one punch. That stuff I'm still in it there. Yep. You gotta be careful. Oof, crispy. Yeah, he could get caught though. That's what's crazy, man. You're always one mistake away. Oof. Man, he's taking them though. Look, going to the body, mixing it up. Man, crispy, crispy, crispy. Woo! Man, you can. That's what I love about the Apex. They should put a microphone in the cage all the time, but like put the level up for the main cards. Oof. He's still staying patient though. Oof. Working that jab. Ooh. Look at that, man. He's like, oh, but you don't get cocky, brother. Yeah, you see, he probably could have gotten one more in there, but he got cocky. Crispy. But he's still in it, man. He's giving him some breathing room here. Look at that, bro. And his takedown defense has been money. Oh, we got look at the total strikes in comparison, 116 to 45. But he's still in it, man. The thing is now that Estevam has to go for the finish in the third round. So it's what makes it dangerous and exciting. Woo! Even that body shot is crispy, man. Look at the comparison here. 88 head strikes, 114 significant strikes to 44. 0 for 8 takedowns. He's crispy right now, man. He's flowing, but that's the thing. When you start to feel yourself, and then there's a third round, and the other guy's down 0-2, that's when it gets dangerous. Oh man, am I behind here? Man, might not be synced up here. Might have just gotten a spoiler alert. Let's see what happened here. Oh man, I think I was a little behind there, fellas. Super behind. Well, I guess we just jumped to Abdul Rahman Yakya. Did not say that name correctly. Um, yeah, it was like a minute 30 behind, but we got it. Ewing with the dub in the third round, 144 KO. I mean, saw that coming. That's crazy. I just did a play-by-play for you guys. I was a minute 30 behind, but we're synced up now. Even better for me. No ads in between. Here we go. Abdul Rahman Yakhayev. Brenson Ribeiro. Hey, we tried, right? Couple young big boys, huh? Light heavyweight, 25 and 29. This should be another undefeated prospect in Yak and Abdul Rahman, but Ribeiro, dangerous finisher. I'm gonna say this is probably not gonna go 3 rounds here. The Hunter, when you got a nickname like the Hunter, it's gonna be a doozy. Good old Mike Beltran with the beer. Let's go. Oh man, 3 more fights left. Here we go. Light heavyweight. Oh man, these guys look like heavyweights. I wonder what they walk on natural weight. It could not be 205. Yep. It's gonna be one of those. Oof. Immediately. Immediately going for that overhand right into a takedown. Yeah, I don't think this is going 3 rounds. Woo! Oosh. Oosh. Wow. He ate that literally and held it. Man, these guys are swinging. But Ribeiro likes the ground game here, going for a little Kimura, probably go for a sweep. Yep. He's got to be careful with that arm. It's locked in. He's not going to do any damage with that arm locked in, but he's also not going to get submitted like that. He's got to turn into him. And he gave his back. Not a good position for Ribeiro here. He's getting one hook in. He's too high up, but he does not want to be here up against the cage locked in like that. Going for he lost the hooks, going for another one. He's going for a trip. Oh, still 3 minutes left too. Oh, another. Yeah, this was going to be on the mostly on the feet. He's controlling Ribeiro here on the ground, which is what we thought would be his advantage, wearing him down. Takes the back, but he's not in great position here. If he can get his knee under Ribeiro's knee and kind of swoop him to the side here, he's got the cage to his advantage. Oh, wow. Damn. Abdul Rahman with the KO. I'm sorry, with the submission, rear naked. That was nice, man. Yeah, I don't think he was expecting to get finished on the ground. Wow. Little slick little move right there with the sweep. Yeah, just applying the pressure on him, man. Yeah, he was never not attempting. Oof. Immediately slipped that in. He was not gonna let that one go. Wow. Another finish. I mean, the good thing is we've had a lot of finishes in the last 2 weeks. He's cooking right now, man. And how old is he? He's 8-0. 3 wins by knockout, 4 wins by submission. Wow. He's on a roll right now. I wonder how old he is, though, man. All right. Co-main coming up. These cars go so fast. Here we go. Still undefeated. Two undefeated prospects right now in the UFC, that is. Still undefeated. Slick rear naked choke. And at light heavyweight, man, he could do some damage. By the time he gets into the rankings, Pereira will be done. And he's still young, dude. UFC will be in good hands in the next couple of years. Just gonna take a while to build the stars. 9-0, round one. Let's see who he calls out. It's always fun. It doesn't matter, he said. Yeah, that sounds about right. Those guys don't really care who they fight, man. They expect to win every time. They're not here to they're not here to make noise. They're here to get W's and get their checks. And 9-0 in the UFC. He used to be a plumber, man. What a story. You gotta get out of here. Callum Wash in the building. Shout out to the DJ cutting it up. Respect. I love that you can hear that perfectly in the Apex too. Title. Verna Janjarova, 22-4. I mean, we saw last week's women's fight was pretty gnarly, so you never know, especially with the smaller girls, man. Super quick with it. But I mean, yeah, that finish by Grasso, I wonder what it was deemed, if it was a submission or a finish or both. They should give her both. What's crazy is there's currently no women in the pound for pound list. Well, there's a woman pound for pound, but yeah, it's tough, man. I feel like there was, after Ronda Rousey, it kind of fell off. Then there was a resurgence with Amanda Nunes and Shevchenko and Joanna Young Jacek and Zhang Wei Li. And then they kind of stepped away slowly, and it's just been back on a downward hill. I mean, Cyborg, but there, I feel like we peaked with women's MMA, and then now we're trying to get it back. But maybe this Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano will put some attention back into women MMA. But I mean, Alexis Grasso's KO definitely helped last week. Nasty. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely watch that again. But there's just not much going on. I mean, you got Jessica Andrade that's been doing it for 20 years. You know, 34. That's like 48 in 5 years. You know, but I mean, there's always going to be new blood. I mean, there's like 12-year-old girls right now. You can watch them on Instagram just going nuts on Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu, and they've been training since they were kids. So I'm sure there'll be more stars, men and women. They're running promo for next week, but Joshua Van's out. I don't think the UFC producers got the memo. That's crazy that they're running this though. Right after he pulled out. Yeah, it was 3 hours ago, and they're running this promo. It's not a good look. I mean, it'd be sick if they got Pantoja. Oh, I'm sorry. They moved it to May 9th. Oh, that's why they ran the promo. Damn. We lost that one next week. At least we got it in May. Well, that's good. That gives Pantoja more time to recover and fight the winner, hopefully. Damn, but who are they gonna fill that Miami card with? That's no bueno. That's a whole fight. They're not gonna find a replacement for that. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, not mad at that. Dominic Reyes and Johnny Walker. That's gonna be a fun fight. Maybe they call George Masvidal last minute. Get him in a light heavyweight fight with Colby, since they'll both be in Florida. All right, we got a nice little solid fight here. Hopefully, it'll be fun. Let's get this back on the road. There we go. 37 years old, though, man. Even the girls that were, at least giving a little bit of the top five trouble, they're just, it's tough, man. At 37 as a woman, it's hard to stay in the game like that. The 5 years, like I say, you gotta, however old you are, multiply that times two, and that's how old you are in 5 years. Yeah. But the thing is, the good thing about when the divisions are so shallow, you don't have to be in the top five to fight for a title. I mean, you can be top five, top seven, top 10. I mean, look at Mackenzie Dern. She finagled her way into a championship fight and won the belt. So it's like kind of up to you to make your own name for yourself. It's almost like the bantamweight division when they wanted to get rid of it, the 125ers, and but Demetrius Johnson was just cooking up, and they traded him, and then TJ went down, and then it got exciting, and then Figueroa, Pantoja, and then now they're still here. Baby Shark is an interesting nickname for a fighter. It's not that intimidating. But yeah, I feel like when you're in the top 10 of those lower weight divisions, you're always one fight away from a championship fight. Oh, she's going out with Colin Wash. I mean, that can only be a plus. I mean, her last fight was a year ago. She got a W and L before. W over Angela Hill. I mean, the good thing is that she's young, so she has a longer career ahead of her. But Jandra Nova's been through hell, man. Mackenzie Dern was her last fight in October, lost the championship, but she's 22-4, almost twice as many fights as Ricci. I feel like that has a lot to do with it, especially in the women's division. Even the walkouts are more intense in the Apex. But it's like you're like walking through offices in the bathroom, and going into an octagon is just so crazy, man. Well, I'm sure they've definitely expanded the Apex since 2020, but it's a different feeling for sure than an arena. But I know some people say they prefer because there's less stress, less pressure. But then some people like the big lights and the big show of an arena. Either way, I'm sure they're terrified. They're about to fight another person. So, and let's see, these Brazilians are both grapplers. So, I mean, but they can also both strike. So it should be a nice even matchup here. But Chandrova has the experience over. I'm really curious to see what or if they even replace that co-main next week in Miami, man. That's a bummer. I mean, there is a lot of Florida, Miami fighters that can step up. It's crazy. Maybe they pull up Kevin Gastelum and Vicente Luque up from the prelims. That's a pretty solid card. That's just on the early prelims. Or maybe they'll probably put. Mm, if I had to take a guess, I'd say they bump up Gaslam and Luque, but you could also bump up Patricio Pitbull, Aaron Pico, but you could also bump up Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker. You could also bump up Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson's retirement fight, but he's not going to get a co-main. Yeah, they probably switch over Kevin Holland on the card too. They probably put Gaslam and Luque to kick off the main card. Or maybe they don't do nothing and the card goes quicker. But I mean, it's the cards in Miami, so you know the energy is gonna be popping. We always bring the energy in Miami. I wonder how far away these girls grew up in Brazil. That's crazy though. They're almost like 10 years apart. But let's see. Let's see if we got a jiu-jitsu match or 10 years. I'm crazy. 6 years apart. Let's see if we get a jiu-jitsu match or an MMA striking and grappling match here. I'm not mad at their fight kits though. Usually don't see purple on non-co-main, or I'm sorry, non-main events. Usually black, blue, red, green. Oh, Dana White looks like he's not interested right now. Here we go. Ooh, yep. Starting off hot here. It's always when you think it's going to be a grappling match, it's usually a technical stand-up fight. And when you think it's going to be a technical stand-up fight, it's a boring grappling match. And when you don't think anything, it's an all-around slugfest. But I think Ricci's a more well-rounded striker. Yeah, that's what she's gonna want to do the whole fight. Got up. Problem is when you have to do that for 30 rounds. Oof, nasty. Ooh, doing the Khabib special, up against the cage. She can use the cage to get up, but again, this is very tiring to having to continue to do this time and time after. Yeah, when you have her up against a cage, it's well, let her go. Yeah, I mean, the thing is she's also not mad about being on the ground, but she doesn't wanna engage in an all-around jujitsu match either. Ooh, again for the takedown. Single leg. Okay. Yeah, she has good takedown defense, but again, doing it for 3 rounds, the 2nd round, 3rd round, those takedowns are gonna be a lot easier. And then you open up the striking, worrying about the takedown. Oosh. Yeah, she's already a little gassed from defending the takedowns, standing herself up. Yeah, she's gotta throw combos and yeah, knee to stop those takedowns, but you know that what she's gonna do. That's the problem. The thing is, Nova has that strength, so when she's up against the cage, she'll just will you to the ground. Oh, trying to put her hooks in over the back. She's way too high, but it is annoying to have someone on your back. Pause. A little heavy on her. She doesn't really have nothing, but it's just annoying. But if she does have one hook, if she gets another one, she can make her way down. Yeah, it's just an annoying position to be in. Yeah, she's probably gonna stall here for a minute and try to get back up, work against the cage. Yeah, she's not gonna do much from here, but it looks like she's controlling to the refs, to the judges. That's the thing, man. It's like we're starting to see a lot more of this in the UFC. I mean, there's not control per se, but she's on top for the majority of the round. If no one's doing much damage, you're gonna give it to the person that's on top, even though these shots don't really mean anything. It's just optics. But it's yeah, she was able to work her way, seatbelt hook. Yeah, she got the hooks in, but it's way too late. Yeah, now it's gonna be hard to defend the takedowns once you're drained. Yeah, it's like then you go back to your corner after being dominated for a round on the ground, and then you just hope you can defend the takedown again and keep it on the feet. But we already know what she's gonna go do round two. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these ads, man. I want to hear the corner. I want to hear the corner work here. They should mute the ad, put captions, and put the audio on the corners, man. But I get it. It's a fight night. It's a co-main. They need to make their money. They need to run these Bud Light ads. I get it. I get it. As long as they don't cut away, we're good. And we're back just like that. Here we go. Round two. Ricci's got to stop the takedown. Already 3 for 6, 50% from the field for Genova. John DeRoba. And she's got 26 strikes, but nothing significant. The thing is, she can strike, so that's always the predicament when you're got 6 takedown attempts in the first round. you're more concerned with that than the striking. And then that's when the takedowns open up. But then if you're too worried about the takedowns, but why not level change and shoot? The thing is, I mean, she's no bum on the ground either. Going into a half guard, trying to pass over, back into guard. But I mean, we've seen a KO from the bottom, a la Kevin Holland. And I mean, Tony Ferguson used to have some badass elbows from the bottom too. Yep, you can cause damage, but it's hard when someone's on top of you. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for her to get up with 3.5 minutes still on the clock. Yeah. The thing is, if you don't get some action going, it might stand you up, or you're gonna have to stand yourself up. Ooh, you gotta be careful. Passing over. Oh, oh. Yeah, she has to try to scramble and get up here. Yep. That's the thing. It's not just grappling. Well, then you can punch someone in the face. Makes it a little more difficult to get up. Yeah, man. We're seeing. I think we've seen at least the last three cards, last 3 out of 4 cards. There's always a fight. I mean, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway, complete control. There's always a fight that gets to the ground and someone. It's like the skill level is just evident when you see somebody not able to get up or not able to sweep or counter. It's just there's a set of people in the UFC that just know how to grapple, and once they get you to the ground, there's not much you can do, and you got a lot of ways to catch up. But the thing is, if you're a striker, you hope that your striking will just get you ever so far enough that you don't have to worry about that. Oh, she's going for an arm triangle. Yeah, she knows what she's trying to go for, but that's the thing. When those strikes come in and you're trying to defend, gives you the opportunity to go over onto the other side. Oh, look, she gets up right away with a high kick. But she's going to go for another takedown. She's going to throw a couple strikes, then level change. Oh, like she's not even trying to pursue the strikes. I mean, she's connecting with these. Woo. Yeah. Oh, just missed her. Yeah, she's like, okay, we're done striking here. The thing is, when the game plan is working, you got to stick with it. You got to be careful coming out of these clinches, though. Oh, another takedown. Oof, nasty. Almost caught her knee. Yep, another dominant round. 5 of 8 takedowns. Over 50% from the field. Yeah, she looks demoralized here. But that's always the predicament here now. She's going to go for a finish. and hopefully not get taken down again. She and the crazy thing is, you know what they're gonna do. You know they're gonna go for a takedown. It's just when are they gonna go for a takedown, and then you're too worried about the takedown, and you get caught. Yeah, their coaches don't even. Yeah, she's probably gonna go for a feint here and try to catch her defending the takedown. But if she's not successful, she's probably gonna go back to the takedowns. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's like she's smart though. She mixed it up with the striking before just going directly into a takedown. Oof. But that overhand, right, man. If she keeps dipping down, she could get caught. Yeah, that's obvious, but not that easy. Yep. The thing is her timing. This is, but oh, she did a good job of stopping the takedown, but she got right into her guard. Yeah, this is safe for her. I mean, she's experienced on the ground, not scared of being on her back. She's got 2 rounds, and if Ricci isn't careful here, she can get swept up here. Yeah, she's got to watch her base. Yeah, it's hard to keep this up for 3 rounds. Oof. But always a puncher's chance, always one punch away. Oof. They're both gas. I mean, if she gets taken down again, though, it's over. She's not going to be able to get up. But she's still fighting, man. Sprawling. Wow. You got to dig deep here. Try to find something. This is her only chance right now. Gassed. John Jaroba is going to go for another takedown. She's too gassed. She's got to try to catch her. Ooh. She's got to go for it. Oh, yeah. She's got to start swinging for the fences on everything. Dana White looking not interested in the corner. She gotta go for it here. She's gonna get taken down. Oh, oh, there it is. Is your chance. Here we go. Here we go. Just like her coach said with the head kick. Oh, she got a second win here. She had a second win here. She's trying to catch her on the inside. Went for another takedown. Didn't get it, but they're clinched up now. Yeah, this is just tiring though. This clinch battles. She's got a minute to work here. Ah, another takedown attempt. Oh, yeah. 6th takedown of the fight. I mean, she had to. She was in trouble getting the hook in. She's got to be careful here. She's got to be careful. Going for a body triangle. Oh, she's got the arm under. Nope. 30 seconds. Body triangle locked in. She has time. She has time for a finish, but yeah, it's John Jaroba. 3 rounds, man. Oop. Yeah, it's a clean W. Clean W from John Janova. Yeah, man, that's always tough when you lose like that, where you just feel like you couldn't even get into a flow, get into a rhythm. Every time anything good happened, you just got taken down, and then all you're worried about is getting up, and then the whole fight turns into trying to get up, trying to get up. So you can never get into that flow state like we saw Ewing in earlier, where you just moving, weaving, stuffing takedowns, going for takedowns. All you're worried about is takedowns. Well, yeah, like, what do you do in the strawweight now? It's just you. The thing is that you don't make a case for yourself to get a championship fight like that. Like, especially in the women's division, you need like you need to bring in Alex Pereira's sister and just straight start knocking out these girls. But we got Money Moicano versus Chris Duncan coming up. Hoping Money Moicano's able to pull it off. Veteran W. One for the good guys. Yeah, we already know the results here. I mean, at least it was Brazilian on Brazilian crime here. This is the greatest translator in the game. Shout out. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to get these wins in the UFC, but she's still doing it at 37. Still doing it. Money Moicano, 36, man. It's crazy. I feel like just yesterday he was fighting for a title, and that was 2 years ago. Yeah, who do you call out after this? Yeah, I mean, you have to call out the champion. I mean, what else do you call out? Like, there's literally no other fight for her. Rematch makes sense. Let's see. Money Moicano, L to Dariush, L to Islam, obviously. Round one, 405. But man, how good does that Benoit Saint Denis W look right now? Aging real nice. I mean, he got a W over Jalen Turner, Drew Dover, Brad Riddle. Damn, what's up with Rafael Dos Anjos? Damn, he's fought some dogs. He's fought some dog. Brian Ortega in 2017, Kelvin Cater, Cub Swanson, Jose Aldo, Chan Sung Jung, Rafael Fiziev, Rafael Dos Anjos. Damn. RDA hasn't fought since 2024, man. Money Moicano. I didn't realize how impressive his resume is. I mean, they're not all W's, but that's a Those some big boys. I feel like this was the worst thing that could happen to him, having to step in for Islam. He was, well, I mean, he was gonna fight Dariush anyway, so I guess. But I mean, it's just more mileage on your body. Who knows? He could have beat Dariush and had a proper camp, pulled up an upset against Islam, got paid in Bitcoin, and who knows where we would be. I'm not mad at this ad. I got that tea. Yeah, man. UFC got some solid teas on PacSun. Not the UFC store. You gotta go to PacSun. I got some cool little vintage teas. It's crazy, man. He was just fighting for a title a year ago, and now he's trying to get back into the top 10. Yeah, I mean, this is uh, after 35 years old, every fight's a must win. Money Moicano, man. It looked like it was 12 years in the UFC. 2014. That's insane, man. I feel like that's more impressive than like these champions that are here for a couple years, have a couple defenses, and are out. For the UFC to keep you around for more than 10 years, that says something about you and you as a fighter. It's crazy, man, because he's the same age as me, but it's like I'm calling him old only because he's a fighter. But he's my age. I'm not old. Yeah, this guy's crispy, man. You don't see much Scottish fighters, but he's a savage, man. He's gonna come strong, but that's where that experience comes in. A money Moicano, man. You get overexcited, you slip. The problem. That's a cool nickname. But again, this is another veteran versus contender matchup. Even though they're only 4 years apart, that's 8 years and 5 years. Oh, they're teammates. I didn't know they were teammates. That just makes this more interesting. Yeah, I mean, we know Money Moicano's gonna take this to the ground and try to finish it. Chris Duncan's gonna try to keep it up and ambush him and just try to get out of there early. But this guy's a problem. Literally, he is the problem. Let's see these walkouts. Official Apex walkouts. There's something about that Scottish bagpipes, though. That Braveheart vibe. You hear that before a fight, it's different, man. It's just different. Nah, that must be crazy hearing that before you go. It's like you're going to war. Braveheart, Marcus Aurelius, William Wallace. Nah, this dude is built different for sure. Literally William Wallace, former shepherd, on a 4-fight win streak, straight to the apex. I think this is one of those defining fights for sure. If he gets this dub, he breaks into the top 10, gets a more notable fight, and then he's off to the races. But head coach Thiago Alves, shout out, American top team. Yeah, you can tell this dude is serious business right now. But I mean, I feel like Moicano's seen. I mean, he's fought Islam. That's the most scariest. That's the boogeyman. Doesn't get much scarier than that. He's seen, and I mean, he's a 170 champion now. So even though he got a loss to Islam, you got to feel like, okay, I was fighting a 170-pound world champion. Now we're back to 155. I can't be mad here. Yeah, this guy's gonna come for his head, man. If Money Moicano can just fend it off, be patient. Wow. But let's see this guy's resume. Yeah, I mean, typical. We don't know most of his fights, especially the ones in the UFC Contender Series 2022. But this is the one where he makes his name for himself. This is the one where we find out his name. It's like two total opposite walkouts, man. We had the Scottish bagpipes, Braveheart, and now we got the Brazilian funk, feel good vibes. But they're all business, man. That's what makes it fun. I wonder if Moicano still requests his win money via Bitcoin, man. Damn. He was supposed to fight Brian Ortega next week. That would have been a fun fight. Now he's fighting this savage. Damn, that would have actually been a nice fight. Brian Ortega, Money Moicano, nice little positions in their career where they need a W, both on the older end. But respect to Money Moicano accepting this fight instead. A week ahead, too. I'm sure he would have enjoyed Miami more than Apex in Vegas, but here we are. And Jalen Turner was a big boy too, man. I mean, you got to feel good about your resume, but that's the whole thing about fighting these young, hungry up and comers, man. It don't matter to them. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. I would either take Moicano by submission or Duncan by KO. Yeah, man, it's tough when you go from fighting bigger names to young prospects. It's like maybe it's not as exciting for him, but you should like these guys. These are the biggest fights of their lives, so you have to take them serious, man. Like these guys are coming in to make a name off of you. take everything you work for. They just see you as a stepping stone into their championship path, man. This is definitely is not going 5 rounds. Man, it's so dope to listen to these fights in your headphones on the Apex. It's like you're locked in there. You can hear everything. Here we go. Nah, watching a fight in the Apex must be dope because they're basically all front row seats, and it doesn't feel so claustrophobic, man. It's like you're in someone's huge backyard that has an octagon, and you're watching fights, and you could hear and see everything. I also like that Chris Duncan has, I mean, Mike Brown, Thiago Alves, ATT behind them. You know he's getting good looks at American Top Team. He's getting the best of the best training. But Money Moicano also used to train American Top Team, so I think this is gonna be a 2 round, 3 round fight. Both these boys are locked in. They got the locked in look. That's crazy, man. He's at the number 10 on the top 10. This is make or break for him. This is probably his last hope into trying to crack into a championship fight. You lose this, you drop out of the top 10 and your fun fights and journeyman fights after this. All right, here we go. Volume up for the main event. Shout out South Florida. Yeah, but at top 10, there is no such thing as teammates, man. This is money on the line. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I'm sure they've seen each other's looks in the gym before. You gotta have a little bit of a game plan, though, especially with a prospect like this. But I understand what he's saying. You gotta see how the fight develops before you implement your plan, I guess. Oh, well, you see, he's not expecting those right hands from Moicano. Yeah, they're feeling each other out, man. Checked his kick, nice. Those hurts, man. When someone checks a kick like that, he's got to be careful with those kicks. If he's not timing them right and he keeps getting checked, that can open it up for a takedown. Okay, solid defense from Duncan on the takedown. Ooh, inside knee, hard inside knee there. That's not gonna do nothing though. Okay, they stopped it themselves. Continue. Yeah, Marcana's gonna want to keep him up against the fence and try to take him down, but this is a big boy, man, and he's got the underhooks separated. There we go. Oof, level change at the right time. Yeah, he's definitely trying to take him down, but he's got to be careful for those hands. But he's got some hands himself. Yeah, they're still figuring out the distance, figuring out the timing here. Oof. Oh, but he's got to be careful, man. I don't think he's expecting Moicano to be clipping him like that. Nice little teeth kick. Keep him in check. Oh, grab the leg. Another takedown attempt. Up against the wall. But he's got the underhook here. But Duncan has his hand inside his right thigh. Yeah, this is a hard position to be in if you're trying to go for a takedown, but he knows he's going for a takedown. But 5 rounds. Not going to be going for a takedown for 5 rounds like that. Separation again. Yeah, I think Duncan thought he was just going to walk right through him, but a little more experience than that, brother. Oof, nice job. Nice kick. Yeah, he's mixing it up. Well balanced. Jab, kicking, checking the legs. And then but he's still going for those takedowns. That's definitely his game plan. But he's just peppering him with them jabs. Yeah, another jab. Another jab. Yeah, he's checking him with the teeth kicks and the jabs, but he's gonna go for a takedown here. Oof. Yeah, he's not able to find a rhythm here. Okay, solid first round from Moicano. If he could keep doing that, finding his pockets here, and then hopefully go for a takedown. Wasn't able to secure a takedown, but I think he's getting there with the jab and the kicks and the checks. They gotta whisper, man, because you can literally hear everything perfectly. He's chilling though. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Moicano's just gotta keep his game plan, keep steady to that, and then hopefully secure a takedown here, and then see what he could do on the ground. Because Chris Duncan hasn't really been able to get into any of his flow. Yeah. Oof, that jab is just working for him, man. But yeah, his lead leg is getting a little chopped up too. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think Duncan's settling in. Oof, that hook. Duncan's letting loose a little bit here. There it is. Oof. Yeah, Duncan's got to let go a little bit. But that jab is piecing him up. Bloody nose. Oof. Oh, caught him. Caught him. Went for the guillotine. He's going for a guillotine, going, taking the back. Oh, nice. Hooks in. Hooks in. Hooks in. Hooks in. Uh, uh-oh. No, he's being patient with it. Oh, his arms inside. Oh, it's over. It's over. He's blooding him up, pounding on his head, getting his arm inside. Oof, this is nasty. And Moicano's nasty from this position here. 3 minutes left. Oh, he's got him. Body triangle locked in. Now it's just hand fighting. But with 3 minutes left, man, he's bloodied up. Oh, and these are pretty nasty shots. Oh, he's gonna have to fight this off for 2.5 minutes. But the blood actually helps, though. He slips. His arms keep slipping out. So the blood is actually in his favor right now. Yeah, his face is busted up. He's defending the hands pretty well, but he's got the body triangle locked in here. It's just nasty. But this is literally what Moicano wanted, though. He's gonna have to take this for 2 minutes. Shout out Adrian Lorenzo. Shout out Rock Soul. Oh, it's in. Immediately tapped. Yeah, body triangle and arms in. Rear naked choke. Shout out Money Moicano. Our boy's back. I cannot wait to hear this post fight interview. Business. Wow. That was a beautiful performance, man. He got settled in on the first round kick, established the jab, established the distance, finally got the takedown. And the takedown wasn't even an attempt. He sat him down with a punch. He immediately went to his back and started working. Wow. Patient too, man. He took him like 2 minutes to get that rear naked in. Yeah, that's veteran stuff. Wow. Crazy, man. Oh, and that's right. Tomorrow's Easter. He's gonna rip a nasty promo for sure. Damn, he's not retiring, is he? Moicano taking the gloves off. There's no way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He's smart with his money, going off of a W. Super, super nice win for him, but he's still got some left in the tank. I mean, Moicano taking off the gloves. I doubt he's retiring though. Oh, he's retiring? Brother. Retiring? I would have got a nice little video package from. Shout out. Uh-oh. Here we go. You gotta love Money Moicano, man. Always sending a message. Shout out Jesus. Wow, this is gonna. This is gonna be a viral post-fight interview. Okay, no, he's not retiring, is he? Yeah, man, that was a nice performance. I love this, man. This dude just lets it rip, man. He says what he wants to say every time on the mic. M- Michael, what? He does not care what Michael Bisping is saying. Wow, dude. What a post-fight interview. Definitely check out Money Moicano's YouTube. He said, I want somebody in the top 10, and that's easy. Because if not, I'm retiring with these bullshit fights. Wow. What a post-fight interview, man. That's Money Moicano, baby. Oliveira, okay. I'm not mad at that. You know, Dan Hooker would have been a fun fight. Michael Chandler would have been a fun fight. He didn't want to fight him before, but that's actually a nice little fight. Wow. Money Moicano. Well, that was a fun card, fun fights. Yeah, man. Always with the DJ headphones. The most crispy sound. We got UFC 3. I keep saying 326 is 327. Next Saturday, April 11th, we're going live again. Combat Coffee Club at Casa Cultura is going to be a watch party. We got the Chopping Block Miami live, cheeseburgers and smash burgers for everybody. Should be a fun one, even though Josh Van is out for the co-main. I think they'll find something fun to replace that or figure out who to bump up. But either way, we'll be watching it live on 786 Sports YouTube, Combat Coffee Club. I'll see you next time.